TomoNews presents Getting Stuck. Man gets head stuck in movie theater seat. A UK man passed away from a heart attack after getting stuck in a movie theater seat. A man and his partner were watching a movie at the View Cinema in Birmingham, England. The two paid more to sit in the gold class where the seats recline. At some point during the flick, the man dropped his cell phone on the floor. When he went to pick it up, an electronic footrest came down on his head and trapped him underneath. His partner and staff struggled to get him free. The leg rest eventually broke and he was able to get out. Unfortunately, the guy had a heart attack and passed away a week later. The movie theater said they were conducting an investigation into the freak accident. What an idiot. The BBC reports that a grown man had to call the police and the fire department to rescue him after he got stuck in a playground swing designed, obviously, for children. Apparently, the 20-year-old had been stuck on the swing for 3 hours. The police tried using the shove-and-pull method to release the swing. That didn't work, so the fire department was called, and they arrived with a screwdriver. The crew from the Suffolk Fire and Rescue Service dismantled the swing to pieces and released the man. The Sun reported they then put the swing back together so it could be safely used by someone of the right size. The man said that he was grateful, but embarrassed. The Ipswich East Police tweeted the pictures of the incident and also reminded people to always use age-appropriate play equipment.
Man trapped in ATM gets withdrawn by cops. A Texas contractor found himself held captive by a cash machine and had to go old school to get out. The worker was changing the locks for the ATM vestibule when he was locked in because he left his swipe card in the truck. Poor fella also left his phone, so he couldn't call for help. But the ATM was working just fine, and what he did have was a pen and paper. He resorted to slipping notes through the receipt slot, begging people to please help. I'm stuck in here and I don't have my phone. Please call my boss. Unfortunately for him, everyone who got the note thought it was a bizarre joke, and the poor man was stuck for 2 hours until someone took it seriously enough to call the cops. Even the cops didn't think it was for real, even after they heard a little voice coming from the machine. Still, they eventually came to the man's rescue, kicking down the door to finally get him out. Now there's a man who's never been so happy to get away from a cash machine. Crazy!
American exchange student gets stuck in stone love crack. This American exchange student in Germany found himself literally caught between a rock and a hard place when he accepted his friend's dare. There's a statue on the campus of Tübingen University, which is just south of Stuttgart, Germany, called Pichakan. That's Peruvian for lovemaking, and the statue is shaped like a giant vagina. So of course it makes perfect sense that two goofy exchange students from the US decide to try to reenact their own births on a dare for all of Instagram to see. However, it seems that they failed to realize that this was only a representation of the female organ, and they both forgot to bring some industrial strength lube. In the end, the stuck student was freed from the anatomically correct crevasse while getting laughed at by locals, jeered by firefighters, and pointed at by little kids. Bunch of freaks.
Woman gets finger jammed in immersion blender. This is an X-ray image showing the hand of a woman who got her finger sliced before getting stuck in an immersion blender. The image was posted to Figure One, an app and website where doctors can share medical images. According to the nurse who uploaded the post, an unidentified 34-year-old woman was in the process of making falafel when a chickpea got stuck in one of the blades. The woman then attempted to dislodge the chickpea. The only problem is that Einstein didn't turn the blender off. So once the chickpea was out, the blade started spinning again. Her finger then got stuck after the blade became embedded in her flesh. Luckily for the woman, the only injury she received was a torn nail. Almost getting her finger chopped off obviously didn't cause any lasting psychological damage either, because the nurse reported that the woman asked to take the blender home with her.
Indiana family go out of their way to save a buck.
Aren't they all fucked up looking? Poor guy, what the hell? He's all fucked up. He's pretty skinny. Pretty skinny.
That's sweet.
Okay. Well, hold on, get him up there. I'd get him away from the river because he's just gonna try to. There you go.
It's recording.
Well, no one saw that coming. KARE-11 reports a young woman was attending the Woodstock Music Festival in Minnesota when she apparently got her head stuck in the tailpipe of a truck. 19-year-old Caitlin Strong commented saying she was just hanging out with friends and having fun when she saw the exhaust pipe and thought she could probably fit in that. Fox News reports it was the first day of the festival when Strong got her head stuck in the tailpipe for around 45 minutes. Strom told the Hutchinson Leader newspaper she was confused and didn't know what was going on. She also said she trusted everyone who was around to get me out safely. The Hutchinson Leader newspaper also reports that the fire department was called to cut off the exhaust pipe and free Strom's head. KARE-11 reports after Strom's head was freed, she was taken for a medical test and cited for underage drinking by the McLeod County Sheriff's Department. The video of Strom's rescue has gone viral on social media with more than 2 million views. Strom later posted a picture on Facebook holding the exhaust pipe her head was stuck in and wrote, "Yeah, I'm the tailpipe girl. What you know about it?"
Marathon German cave rescue effort enters final stage. A marathon 10-day rescue operation to recover an injured man from Germany's deepest cave system is about to enter its final stage, officials have said. 52-year-old Johann Westhauser and 2 friends were climbing inside the 1,000-meter deep Riestinger cave in the Bavarian Alps on June the 8th when he was injured during a rockfall. Following the accident, one of the men remained with Westhauser while the other made a 12-hour climb to the surface to seek help. The marathon rescue effort has involved carrying Westhauser through the network of caves to a series of staging camps. Westhauser and the underground rescue team of 15 cavers and 2 doctors are now at the final camp around 400 meters below the surface, where they were set to rest before tackling the final leg that includes a narrow vertical stretch where they will be buffeted by water. Westhauser was one of a group of cavers who discovered the massive underground cave system in the 1990s.
Man's tools get stuck in socket wrench. Not really sure how people in the UK use socket wrenches, but this tool actually got his nuts and bolts stuck in one. This do-it-yourselfer from Newport, Wales, really did it to himself. Once he and his tool became attached, the tool started to get a bit too clingy, so the handyman was forced to call 911. After emergency crews arrived, they went to work freeing the man's tools from his little boxes. Firefighters even sent out a warning on Twitter afterwards. Naturally, Twitter responded the way you would expect Twitter to respond.
Bungling burglar. A man has been dubbed the Bungling burglar by police in Radcliffe, England, after he got stuck trying to enter a house through the window. 47-year-old Sean Crawshaw was in the process of breaking and entering when he got his head lodged in a small bathroom window 15 feet above the ground. The home's 60-something-year-old owner returned later to find the unwanted guest and called police. It took firefighters 20 minutes to rescue the would-be burglar, who injured his ear when they tried to pull him out of the bathroom window. Crawshaw was sentenced to 2.5 years in prison at a court hearing for the December incident.